What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we are talking about the next community day. It's not very often that I get very excited about community days. Obviously the last one for me that I was excited about was Greninja, and you guys all know how that turned out. Greninja became insane and so much fun to use. This is another one that you guys do not want to miss if you enjoy PvP and Go Battle League, because we have the potential here to get a massive meta Pokemon added to the roster. I'm talking up there with Registeel, Azumarill, Galarians, those Pokemon. I'm talking up there, not just spicy, straight meta. So this event is going to be Sunday, November 5th. In the afternoon, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. your local time. We're going to be getting Wooper and Paldean Wooper, which is really interesting because now they get different charge moves. Quagsire is going to get Aqua Tail. It's nothing too crazy. It's a really nice bait move with stab, different coverages, right along with Mud Bomb. There's a lot of opportunity there for Quagsire. But what we are getting is Clodsire. And Clodsire here, forget Megahorn. Don't even pay attention to Megahorn. The whole point is that we're getting Clodsire. And not only are we getting it, but it has the potential to be meta-defining and really start to shake things up. So let's talk about why it is so important. Now first, I want you guys to understand, I'm actually going to zoom in a bit right here so you guys can see. Clodsire has the same bulk. Think of it like an Azumarill. It is basically an Azumarill bulk Pokemon, but it is poison ground. This does a lot of unique things for it in matchups that you may be recognizing already or may not fully understand yet. Obviously, there's hard counters, right? A Shadow Swampert with Hydro Cannon is going to make quick work. We know that. But think about something like Registeel. Zap Cannon and Focus Blast aren't going to do anything. And this Pokemon has access to moves, everyone. This Pokemon has access to some really good moves. Poison Jab, Surf, Sludge Bomb right out the gate is cool. It's interesting. But it also has Mud Shot as a fast move. And it also has access to Acid Spray, Earthquake, Stone Edge. We've talked about Sludge Bomb and Surf. So basically, pick your boom, right? Do you want to run Mudshot, Surf, Earthquake? So an OG Quagsire, well, kind of a little bit different. But you got Surf and Earthquake with Mudshot with that kind of bulk? Or do you want to run Poison Jab, Surf, Earthquake, Poison Jab, Surf, Stone Edge, Mudshot, Surf, Sludge Bomb? Like, there are options. And obviously, this is all subject to change, as Niantic has it at their will to add or remove moves, but this is the speculation of what is possible. But we will see with the event. And me personally, I think it's going to be cool if it gets these moves, because then it's going to be added to the roster. It's going to be a new meta Pokemon that you guys can have access to. Now I went a little bit above and beyond when it comes to these matchups. As you guys are gonna see here, I'll zoom this out a little bit. So I put 6 Clodsires in here. This is Team Builder on PV Poke. You guys want to make sure in the options you have 80 as the scorecard length, 80 options, and Shadow Pokemon, so you get a full idea. But what I basically did here is I took Poison Jab and Surf. I think Surf is going to be kind of mandatory on it because of its bait potential and coverage. So I took Poison Jab versus Mudshot. So we got Poison Jab, Surf, Sludge Bomb, Earthquake, and Stone Edge, and then Mudshot, Sludge Bomb, Earthquake, and Stone Edge. If that makes sense, kind of thinking about movesets that are probably going to be run. There's obviously wiggle room there for some unique stuff. But what we are seeing here, everyone, is a meta-defining Pokemon. The more X's there are, the better. These are all obviously side-by-side comparisons. Again, Sludge Bomb, Earthquake, Stone Edge, Sludge Bomb, Earthquake, Stone Edge. So as you can see right here, it has the potential right here with Poison Jab, Surf, and Sludge Bomb to beat Medicham, Carbink, Lickitung, Registeel, and Gligar. The top 5 Pokemon in the meta. Clodsire just comes in and goes, see ya, claps them. Now, obviously, it loses to Swampert. Every single one is going to, because it is extremely weak to Hydro Cannon. But this is so cool, everyone. It picks up so many matches. If you want to run the Mudshot variant, right, you now pick up, you don't get the Medicham unless you run this, I believe that is the Earthquake variant right there, the second one. So if you run Mudshot, Surf, and Earthquake, you pick up Medicham, and you also beat these. You lose to the Gligar, but you pick up Steelix and Galarian, Stunfisk, and Vigoroth. It's so cool. Now, obviously, there are some wins and losses here against a Azumarill. You're going to need the Sludge Bomb or Poison Jab in order to win. And with Sandslash, the opposite is true. You're going to need, like, the Earthquake and Stone Edge, basically, in order to win. But this Pokemon, I'm telling you guys, is so meta-defining. Again, it's an Azumarill. It's an Azumarill with this moveset. Different weaknesses, but the bulk that is there, it is so good. It is such a good Pokemon, and honestly, I hope it comes to this, because this is going to shake things up. People can no longer run Medicham, Carbink, and Lickitung every single time, or Medicham, Lickitung, and Registeel, or Medicham, Carbink, and like, you can't do it anymore. So this Pokemon will shake things up. It's got amazing wins here against the meta, but obviously there's Pokemon that beat it. So when this event does happen, and if it's as good as it's shown here, these are counters to it. And this is why you guys can scroll down. I think you can see it says potential threats. These are the things that can beat it very easily. It's going to be a lot of water and ice type Pokemon. So you got Shadow Swampert and Swampert, you got the Dig on Shadow Gligar, you got Shadow Quagsire, Whiscash. Speaking of which, Whiscash, if you guys haven't seen, I talked about the new Shadow Pokemon that are coming. Shadow Whiscash looks very interesting, so you guys want to be on the lookout for that, especially with the interesting fast move of Water Gun. It has some losses that it takes, but it picks up some unique wins as well. So Whiscash is something to look out for. But all of these Pokemon, I think, might make a comeback. I think Frostlass is going to become way more popular. We might see Walrein come back to the meta in order to handle that. Walrein's been out of the meta for a long time. It's still used every now and then, but, like, looking at the numbers of what people are running, Walrein's gone. And I think this is one of those Pokemon where when Clodsire comes out, Walrein stock shoots through the roof, because it is going to perform very well in that situation while already handling the meta, right? It's got Earthquake for Lantern. It's got Icicle Spear for Glygars. Very interesting Pokemon. So we're going to see a lot of these kind of come back. But this Clodsire, I mean, you guys let me know what you think. Should it actually be this good? I think that's the big debate. Should this Pokemon be released? And I think it should. I think it's better to release something fun than just release something new and make it fun later. Like, it's just, it really annoys me when new Pokemon come into Pokemon Go and then they just don't give it anything good. It's all the worst movesets possible because they're saving moveset updates for a future event, right? Whereas Greninja came in and had its community, I guess it came in beforehand, but it had its community day and it got really good movesets. So this community day, I hope it's good. I hope it's this good, because this would be so cool. So remember, you guys want to be participating in this, catching these Pokemon. You're gonna need the Paldean Wooper. You can't evolve a normal Wooper into Clodsire, so unfortunately you can't just hang out, like, miss this event. Obviously you're gonna have to do trades if you do, which thankfully that system is in place, but you will need to catch Paldean Wooper. And maybe you guys can let me know. I'm not the biggest Pokemon Pokedex aficionado, but this is the first Pokemon that I've seen when it has a different form. So I thought it would be Paldean Quagsire, but it's called Clodsire. Is that the first time that's ever happened, or are there other Pokemon that have had that? I've played the new generation, but off the top of my head, I can't think of something that was a Pokemon before, got a new region variant, and then had its name completely changed. Instead of just being like Galarian Stunfisk and Unova Stunfisk, it being Clodsire and Quagsire. That's just interesting to me. But overall, this Pokemon is gonna be meta. And if they don't make it meta and they just nerf it straight into the ground, well, it's going to be meta one day because it has the potential, and I think it should be, this should still be an opportunity for you to farm as much as possible, to get as much candy, get as much IV spreads, and all that jazz. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you guys think about this community day. It is coming soon. I think the first weekend of November, Sunday the 5th. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.